Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for episode 77 of the MeepleCore Podcast, a bi-weekly podcast about board games, video games, music, and nerd culture. I'm your host, Tim Jennette, the Metal Meeple, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Eric Ledford.
In this episode, we give you our first impressions for the board games Noctiluca, Brass Birmingham, and Shobu. We recap our Origins 2019 experiences from the games we got to see and play to being first-time members of the press. We go through our top 5 board game components and much more. What is up, co-host?
Hey, not too much.
We are slimmed down on this episode here.
We're half the size.
Yeah. Obviously, George had some stuff going on. We weren't able to move the show. If you're listening to this, obviously, we are basically a week late. We took a little bit of time off for the week that we came back from Origins. Matt is going through finding a new house and doing some stuff with that, so it just didn't work out. He wasn't able to go to Origins, so it would mostly be Eric and I talking anyway.
Yep.
And here we are doing most of the talking anyway.
That's right.
Which is fine. It would have been cool to have somebody to ask us questions to live vicariously through us. But I guess we're not going to get that.
No.
So it's all good. It's all good. Next episode will be full cast again. So anyway, what you been up to, Eric? It's been essentially, this show should have posted Monday. We are recording this on Thursday, July 27th, and I'll probably post it tomorrow, which is Friday on the 28th.
Yeah. So, mostly, besides doing Origins, that took, a good chunk of a week. I've been going through just the games that I acquired from Origins, and that's been over 40 different games. So that is a big task on itself. So I've mostly been doing that. Gen Con, has their flea market up and, their math trade is up. Just,
exciting.
FYI. Yeah.
I have, struck my first blood on a game on the flea market.
Which game was that?
The Warring Colonies expansion for Dead of Winter.
That's right.
Because I found the other Dead of Winter Long Survivor. Was it Long Night?
Long Night.
At the Barnes & Noble sale. So now that I have both, I kind of want to do the Warring Colonies, and somebody had it up there for $17, new and shrink. I'm all about it.
Oh yeah, we'll get it done.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Have you got anything off of it yet?
No, I've been kind of lurking. There's a lot more, so it's a different format. They're allowing a lot more, auctions and whatnot. So I'm kind of, biding my time, searching it out, but, haven't made any bids or buys just yet.
No, that's fair. I don't know. The only thing I don't like is that what I liked about the Origins flea market is when something's sold, they remove the image of the game and put the big sold stamp in its place. And now when you're going through it, you see stuff, you're like, oh, cool. Oh, it says sold at the bottom of their paragraph.
Right.
Yeah. They need to have that a little bit more standardized.
So it is a little bit more Wild West style on the Gen Con one. I do like like you said, how the other one was run for Origins.
Yeah, agreed. So what about the math trade? That's got a while though, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's got a pretty long time, like July or something, or July 25th. I don't know what it was.
Right, yeah. So we have plenty of time to wait around and get our games on there.
Yeah. But last year, I remember, because this is also on, what's the new one called? I already forgot the name
Abercorn?
of the Abercorn, yeah. Last year for Gen Con, this was the same thing. It was like posted a month ahead of time, or even like a month and a half. And I got on there and started putting my games and actually started filling out my grid as it went on.
Oh yeah.
And so when it was that last week where they lock it down and you get to make your grid out, I was like already caught up, and then I could just go through and fill out more games that I didn't see at first, or kind of go through another pass.
So that's nice.
Yeah. So it's like you're caught up. It's like you did your work as it was, instead of like rushing to do all your homework the day before the final or something.
Right.
Anyway, what you been up to besides the Origins? Actually, I guess we could talk about the escape room that we did.
Escape room. Oh, yes. Was that...
That was the weekend before Origins.
That's right. What do you think about it? It was our second escape room together. We had Matt there. He's done quite a few before us, so he's the kind of pro on that, but I overall liked it.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. Mm-hmm. If you're in the Louisville area, this was what, Escape Louis? Escape Lou,
right?
Whatever it is. And it was the 007 themed, or it's not officially 007, but it's like a secret agent themed.
Right. You're going in there, gathering intel from this. I guess he's like a double agent or agent himself. And you're trying to acquire information from him. From his office. From his office. Get where the meeting's going to take place and all this other stuff.
And they're okay with you trashing his room. Just as long as you're out within 60 minutes.
Right.
Like, he's not going to know we were there or something. Oh, it was a house cleaning.
Yeah. We decided to go on the rainiest day ever. So it was pouring down rain, but overall, it was a good time.
Yeah, it was a lot of rain. Yeah. It wasn't even pouring down. It was all of the rain.
Oh, talk about that. There was something, I think it was in the news. We've had rain for like 50-something weeks. It's like almost a year. Oh, I'm sorry. It has rained at least one day out of the week within the last 50-something weeks.
In Louisville?
Right.
Wow.
And we've had more rain than like Washington.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, it was, as far as escape room goes, I mean, we won't try to spoil anything just in case anyone from Louisville is listening, which we do have a decent amount of audience in Louisville after doing the analytics. So that's kind of cool. Thanks for listening to us.
Hey.
And it was a really good one. It was very awesome. There was a very good surprise.
Oh.
Nat kind of said that it would be cool if it had that, and it did. And I was like, yes. I guess that's too vague for the podcast, but it had a lot of puzzles that were different from the last one we did.
Right.
Where you had to like thumb through a bunch of books and stuff. So that was interesting.
Yeah. And then there was well, I guess what you're talking about, I guess I won't bring up, but there's a secret.
Yeah.
Which I think it's kind of in a lot of different rooms, or a lot of different escape rooms, you're going to do stuff that's not just in that room. I don't know if that gives away too much.
Yeah. Well, if you want to fast forward, go ahead. If you're not in Louisville, it won't matter. And 3, 2, 1, there's a secret door.
That's right.
We're talking about it. So yeah, it was neat because you do something, you find this like garage door remote kind of thing, and then bam, the bookcase opens up.
Oh. And you didn't even know it was there. Like the last escape room we had, you knew there was 2 other doors. You just had to find, break the combination to get in those rooms. But in this case, we didn't even know there was a second room.
Yeah, even Matt was looking at it and be like, oh, maybe there's a secret room here. Well, no, it doesn't look like it.
Right.
So, I mean, he's played a bunch, and apparently this is a pretty common thing, but for the first time, it's very awesome to click it, and it's like, it's like, yes, there's a secret room and everything.
So, also I noticed in this one, which was different from the last, I think they had a couple of different things that were just, there to, kind of get you off your game. That
like red herrings.
You didn't really need that information or it wasn't pertinent for anything. So that was kind of cool too.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like there was a couple of things that just kind of threw you off.
Like,
it didn't really throw you off. It just wasted your time.
Right. Because you tried to find something that these objects went to, but in the end, it didn't really go into anything. It was just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
At least it didn't, there's some online puzzles and stuff you do where they send you down paths called red herrings. Legit, you solve like 3 or 4 actual puzzles and it leads to nothing.
Wow.
So it's nice that it didn't do that, but at the same time, it is cool that they're in.
Stuff was there that, not everything you find is going to be pertinent information. You're going to find stuff that, that you think might be used on something, but.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anything else you've been up to besides those 2 things basically and work?
Right. That's it.
Well, cool. Before we went to Origins, literally the day before, I went to the Children's Museum in Indianapolis because they had a Paw Patrol and a Hot Wheels exhibit.
How'd that go?
The Paw Patrol exhibit, for those who have kids, was okay. It was just like a retheme of of an area they already had.
Oh, like a little playground.
Yeah, kind of. So it was okay. It was neat that they had statues of all the Paw Patrol team and stuff that you can get pictures by and everything. But we didn't spend that much time in there. We actually just spent more time in the area for the kids, for like the water table, like the science center style area. And then there's a sports center. They spent like $32 million on this thing.
And it's a pretty big area.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, like even as adult, it's awesome.
Right.
They got like a basketball course, and they have like 3 sizes of basketball goals. I said course, but court, or maybe they did say court, whatever. And so it was neat to see him play on like proportionately sized basketball goals. And they had like this huge stand up, like with players holding their hands out, like pass me the ball, but it's just a cutout of a hole. So you can practice
the football section.
And for the basketball. So you can practice actually passing the ball.
Nice.
They had a giant tree house, which was really cool because you walk up in there.
Yeah.
It was get ready to storm. So the wind was blowing real hard, and it was awesome in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The tree house it's like a fake tree house. I mean, it's something that you actually, you walk in and it's just massive structure. It's a couple stories high.
Concrete tree, basically.
Right. Yeah. But it's pretty nice.
I would say it's more than a couple. It's probably like 4. It's pretty tall.
Yeah, it's pretty tall. And you can slide down it to get off.
From the very top?
They have a couple. It's been a while, but I thought they had a couple different slides.
They do.
To get down.
But I think some of them you had to like go up to specifically.
Yeah, right.
But one section was kind of cut off. It was for repair. So maybe that was like the big slide or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then we played the mini golf. That was okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that you used tennis balls basically as your mini golf, like the little small tennis balls.
Oh, yeah?
Instead of actual golf balls.
Right.
But it was still pretty fun.
Cool.
So
we actually even ran the track once just because.
Just because?
Yeah, it was like, oh, you guys want to run this track?
Yeah.
Why not? So we had a little race and we ran the track.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I was tired.
Then you were tired? All right, time to go home now.
Yeah.
So, and the Hot Wheels exhibit was okay. It was about a third of it was these really cool tracks set up that kids could use all the cars that are there, and that was fun. But everything else was like history of different drivers and vehicle or like tires and stuff. And most of the kids didn't even care about that because all the kids that was doing the Hot Wheels only cared about putting the cars on the track.
Exactly. Yeah.
So there needed to be about 3 times as much tracks
and 3 times less history stuff.
Yep.
I guess.
So it was fun. And other than that, I've been cleaning my basement, the thing that's in the background here, for an area for the podcast. So I'm going to permanently set it up against a wall and actually have like a background. So you won't see all these awesome games or anything.
I know.
It'll just be like a cool little set kind of idea.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I think it might be kind of neat. And if it sucks and everybody hates it, then maybe we'll switch back. I don't know.
Or not.
Or not. Yeah.
It already happened.
So it's been a challenge because I basically got all these new shelves and not the ones that you're seeing in the shots, but in the other side of my basement, I have all these new shelves that have all my video game stuff on and all kinds of other things. And I'm reorganizing. So it's basically a cluster down here. I mean, you don't see it too much in this scene, but it's pretty bad.
Which now all the games are off the floor, which is nice.
Yeah.
And it looks like you have some room to grow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Thinking ahead.
On the other side of us, kind of where I'm pointing, if you're watching the video, actually, I don't think this is going to be translating video. Never mind. So it doesn't matter. But there is beside us, there's these like French doors. Picture it like French doors. And I used to have about a 6 foot tall, it was just a wall of games blocking the doors.
Right.
And now I can actually use the doors. They are functional.
Yeah. For now.
Yeah. Actually, I kind of forgot what they looked like until recently. So that's kind of neat. But anyway, so that's all for that. You want to hit some news items?
Sure.
Yeah. This is much quicker with 2 people, apparently. Anyway, so news item number 1 is War of the Visions, the new Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Final Fantasy Tactics style game. Eric.
Oh, nice.
Are you in?
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll look at it.
Yeah. So it's like Final Fantasy Tactics where you move around on a grid and you fight, but it's in the exact same world as Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
Oh, okay.
It's made by the same people. Maybe not. I don't know. But it is Brave Exvius. The actual title is Final Fantasy Brave Exvius War of the Visions.
That's a long name.
Yeah, I know. Well, they like to do that apparently.
Right.
Other than that, there's a Monster Hunter movie coming out.
That's right. Did you see anything about it?
I saw a screenshot.
Screenshot.
It looks bad.
Actually, I seen a little screener. It was in like Chinese, I think.
Yeah, that was like within a month ago or something, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
And they had like Diablos coming, out of the sand. It looked pretty cool. Although I did watch a little YouTube video about it, and it seems like they had the budget. I think they had like a $50 million budget, which, hey, they could, do up, a pretty good movie with that. However, I think they're going to kind of destroy the storyline of Monster Hunter. So it's like
storyline. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't remember a strong story element.
Well, not even the story element of it, but kind of what you do, because in the movie, I believe they're going to have like people from now or maybe in the future. I guess in the future they're going to be like,
no. Okay,
right?
It got bad immediately.
Exactly, right? It's going to be like a UN military squad, and they're going to go back, not even back in time, really. They're going to go back to another universe or a world, and for whatever reason, they need to go over there and fight these monsters. So
this sounds idiotic,
right? Yeah, I don't want to see like people with new age weapons go and try to attack these monsters.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to be, if they get just transported back in time, but they don't have anything. So that's why that tells you why they have to like build their own armor and weapons and stuff like that.
They can salvage it maybe, but
maybe.
I don't see it being salvaged though. We'll see.
Point your mic up a little bit. Basically, I've got the picture of the cast though. So it has some people in it.
They do have a good cast.
Yeah.
So that is one good thing.
Yeah. They've got Mila Jovovich.
Mm-hmm.
I might pronounce her name wrong. She was in the girl with the ghost tattoo. What was it? The girl with the dragon tattoo. Was that her?
Maybe I didn't.
I don't know. I might be wrong on that. But Mila Jovovich, she was in a lot of movies back in like the early 2000s, from what I remember, or at least that's when she debuted.
Mm-hmm.
No. Tony Jaa.
Who's Tony Jaa?
He's like a crazy martial artist. I think he was in Ong Bak.
Interesting.
Does it say here? Let me look up Ong Bak. I think it's Ongbak. It's a Korean martial arts film.
Cool.
And let's see. Was it him? Maybe this could have loaded faster. Starring Tony Jaa. Yeah, he was in Ong Bak.
Nice.
Crazy good. Was it Korean? I don't know. I'm destroying everything here, apparently. There's 3 of them. Well, anyway, so Tony Jaa's in it. Clifford Harris is as Link. I don't know who that is, but there's some other people, but Ron Perlman.
Right. And that's old Hellboy.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's really the whole reason I wanted to read all that off. But anyway, so I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
The last news item I have is, have you seen this Middara Kickstarter that's literally making everybody go to it?
I have not.
It is crazy looking. So while you're looking that up, this is courtesy of a Dice Tower News article. And basically, it's kind of like I wouldn't say like a legacy game, I guess, but it's more like Gloomhaven. But it has like a massive thing. So this is written by somebody over at Dice Tower News. Basically, Middara, it basically comes with this. The core game of Middara features an 80-hour campaign where you can fully customize characters from the ground up using 110 different abilities, 160 different items.
What if I don't have 80 hours?
Well, not to play it one time, but it has a 482-page adventure book.
Wow.
And I think it's across like 3 different sagas, basically. So this Kickstarter's for all of them put together. It's a couple $100. It looks kind of neat. I don't know, man. I feel like this is one of those Kickstarters where you want to go into it to get it all, right, or you're probably never going to own it.
Probably so. It looks like they have quite a bit of stuff. Lots of miniatures.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe this one will make its way to Tabletop Simulator so we can at least try it out or something.
Right.
The 480 whatever page adventure book is awesome because apparently it focuses, unlike Gloomhaven where it's mostly just a scenario that you play. There's not really like a massive overarching story. This one is totally story driven. Like it's a ton of story. It's like an entire novel of text that you're reading the whole time. Do
you know who the publisher is going to be?
No, I saw it on there, but I don't remember their name.
Okay.
Either way, awesome. If you're interested in spending $270 or something, check out Middara. That's M-I.
Well, they have the base pledge of 95. Actually, that was early bird. Now it's 100. It's not that much difference, but it's only 100 plus.
It's the first saga or whatever, like of the 3.
Okay, so it's going to be a 3-part.
Well, no, it's all of there. What I'm saying is that's only for the first third of it.
I see. Okay.
If you go down, I think it's like $270 to get all 3 of them.
Okay.
It's pretty expensive. I mean, it's not like Kingdom Death Monster expensive, but I guess it kind of is if you look at Kingdom Death now as opposed to its actual Kickstarter price, which was way cheaper.
They said the Kickstarter extras is over a $250 value.
That's fantastic. How much is the pledge for all of it? Is it $270 or something?
Just a quick overview. It doesn't really say. It says a pledge of $100 or more. So
what's the next one?
So it looks like maybe they have it where you just do like an add-on kind of thing.
Maybe. So it's called Middara Unintentional Malum, the complete trilogy. This is by Succubus Publishing. I should have just brought the Kickstarter up before I read anything. Anyway, it's $115 for the core game, $175 for returning to the portal, which that only comes with, it looks like, the Act 2 and Act 3. But if you spend $275, you get all 3 acts. It's kind of interesting. Wave 2 is estimated delivery in December 2021.
Oh, wow.
So if you want to have some games for the next couple of years, hit this one up.
So it's gonna come out in waves.
It's going to come out in waves, yeah. And it looks like it has a ton of stuff. So very interesting, really cool artwork. I highly recommend checking it out. It's Middara, Middara. Before we roll into the games that we played, let's talk about some Humble Bundle if you want to support the show.
And you do.
Yeah, right. You should. So head over to MeepleCore.com. Check out our Humble Bundle link in the middle that says Humble Bundle Partner Link. When you click that, it's going to take you to Humble Bundle. If you're not familiar with Humble Bundle, basically it's a ton of games or books and things like that you buy for super cheap, and you help support charity. There's a slider that you can also move your contribution to our show when you use our link. Right now, there's a Humble Bundle RPG book set for it's called 5th edition Beast of a Bundle. It's for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. It's not Wizards of the Coast stuff, but it is for $15, which is all the pledge levels. There's 3 tiers basically, not pledge, but for the $15 tier, which gets you everything in the bundle, it gives you 50 PDFs. Most of them are books. I think maybe like 7 or 8 are maps, or like high quality PDF maps. $389 worth of stuff. So check that out. Also, and I think kind of as importantly, if you like video games, the Humble Bundle monthly, which is $12 a month, will give you Hellblade and Moonlighter. I've played Hellblade. It's phenomenal. I think it's a little short, but I haven't actually beat it, so I'm just kind of going off what other people say. It's amazing. Moonlighter is a game I've seen and I wanted to play, but basically, if you think about old school Zelda games, like A Link to the Past and stuff that was on the Super Nintendo, it looks like that, but you have like different weapons and stuff. It looks amazing. Even though I already have Hellblade, I'm kind of thinking about doing it just to get Moonlighter. So $12 a month is amazing for those two, and when that month is done, it gives you like 5 or 6 other games anyway. Mm-hmm. So you're always getting, for the subscription, you're always getting like 6 to 8 games, but you only know like 1 or 2 of them in the beginning. So when it reveals the other ones, that's when you can't buy that bundle anymore.
Right.
And the last thing is, so if you're interested in helping out the show and getting stuff, just visit MeepleCore.com, click on that Humble Bundle partner link, and anything you buy on the site will support our show. If you are also interested, we're thinking about starting Patreon, but we want to see what people may want out of Patreon, because the idea is, you throw money our way, but we also give you exclusive content. So what type of exclusive content would you be interested in? If you have any suggestions, send an email to meeplecore@gmail.com, or send us a message on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or anything. Basically, there's all kinds of ways to contact us. And there's not one that's more efficient. Probably the most efficient is email, and definitely not Twitter. Twitter, right. I will check every once in a while, but it's not as fast. But if you do Facebook or our email address, is the best. So tell us what you would like, if you would even support it, whatever, and just kind of give us some insight. We're looking into that. So we have 3 games on this episode of the podcast, and those 3 games are Noctiluca? Noctiluca, that's how I've been pronouncing it, so make sure I'm right. Brass Birmingham and Shobu. So the first game we have on this episode is Noctiluca, and its designer is Shim Phillips. There is no artist listed, and the publisher is Z-Man Games. Matt was supposed to do this part. He's not here.
Yeah.
Anyway, Noctiluca is a kind of a game where you're trying to collect a bunch of dice and put them on these different cards. And it represents basically these bioluminescent sea sparkles. Excuse me. I think they're called. Basically, they're represented by dice. Different translucent dice. Yeah, there's 4 different color dice. And it's on a grid, a hexagon grid. And you're going to basically put 5 on the outer ring and 4 on the inner ring. And then you get 2 cards. These cards are essentially they represent like bags of water that you put in different little sea sparkles or these Noctiluca in. It boils down to you need 2 blues, a purple, and an orange. Right. Or whatever the case is. And you're trying to gather as many dice to fill up those cards, to complete them, to get new cards, to complete them, to get new cards, to complete them. And at the end of the game, whoever has the most points wins. And you get points for completing these cards and some other things. So what happens is each player gets these pawns. And I think in a 4-player game, you get 3 apiece. And so there's always 12 pawns, but they're split up among the players. Anyway, what happens is on your turn, you take a pawn and you get to place it on the outside of this hexagon grid. And it's going to give you choose one of the directions to go straight and then you say a number, and every dice in all the hexes in that direction on those, which is usually like 4 or 3 hexes or 2 hexes, all the numbers of that same number come to you. So you might get some blues and purples and oranges and greens or whatever, but you get a ton of dice, or you might not get a ton of dice. And then you can take those dice, and at that point, the numbers don't matter. All that matters once you gather them is the colors. And so the 2 cards in front of you, you're going to put these dice on those cards to complete them. Whatever you cannot place, because you don't get new cards once you complete them right away, you get it at the end of your turn. So whatever you don't place, you hand those dice to the player on your left who picks one, and then it gets drafted around the table. So you get dice, and then what you can't place will be passed around to the left around the board. And then, the idea is to get as many dice as you need, but not overdo it, because then other people get free dice. At the end of your turn, once if you did complete any cards, you're going to take new card or cards, like 1 or 2, from the display. There's always like 4 of them out there, and put those in front of you, and your turn's done. Anytime you complete a card, also, they're one of 3 different colors, the cards are, and there's this stack of tokens for each color, and you're going to grab a token off the top. So completing a color later on in the game is actually worth more, because the tokens increase in points for each of those stacks, right?
I thought it was backwards. I think they start out with more points. As you play through it, you get less points, but you're trying to collect the most of a certain color, because everything that's left over, you're going to get that stack, and they're worth 1 point each. But I could be wrong. We only played it once.
Yeah, we only played it once. It's okay. Either way, there's stacks of tokens that are going to be worth extra points. Then the next player will go, and you'll keep going around until each person will have spent all their pawns. So as you're putting pawns down, you're also blocking that space from anybody else taking it. Because, you're going to put pawns all the way around it, basically. So once the phase, that first half of the game is over, because everybody's played their pawns, you essentially reset the game up. You take all the dice, you shuffle them back up and put them all in the different spaces, and you get 3 new pawns, and you do it again. This time, though, you play the last player is now the first player, and you play in the reverse order. So instead of A, B, C, D, now the second phase of the game is D, C, B, A, as far as turn order. And then at the end of that, you're going to score points. You get points for the cards you completed, those tokens you've collected. Eric's right. Any tokens of a stack that is not gathered are flipped upside down, and they're all worth 1 point apiece at that point. And I believe it's whoever's completed the most of that color gets right. The bonus points. And then you also get points you have a secret card at the beginning that tells you one of the 4 colored dice. And for every completed card that you have, you get a point for all those different squares that show up on it. So if you obviously want to pick the cards that have, like, for instance, I played in orange. I want to pick the ones that require me to get a lot of orange, because I get bonus points for it. And that's it. That's the whole game. Yeah. So what did you think about this one?
I think one last thing is you get points for every dice that you have left over that on an uncompleted card.
I don't know. It's not important, but
right.
Maybe.
I overall liked it. It is a lighter family weight game. I did like it because of the simple aspect of it. It's pretty much a casual game. So, however, I don't see myself trying to get this one because I think there's not a lot of replayability to it, because you're going to be doing the same thing every time. There's not different strategies to do, and the board is pretty much laid out from the get-go, so you know all the actions available to you, once it's down. So it's just a matter of looking at what's there and finding those actions that benefit you the most without, like you said, going overboard and getting dice to your opponents.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, you are going to play the same game over and over.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like you do that in stuff like Splendor and other games.
That's true.
But I see where you're going at. I mean, it's going to be it's the exact same game, and you play it twice basically each time you play it.
Right.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty good though.
No, I didn't have a bad time doing it. And I would play it again. I'm just not looking to acquire the game myself.
Because you don't need to. This guy is going to pick it up. I liked it quite a bit.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I liked it quite a bit. I like the idea that, you only need the number that when you call for the dice, and then when you place them on your cards, you need the color. So I thought that was a really cool mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the fact that you block that space. So once you take it, no one else can take that space. You're like, oh man, you took the space I want.
Mm-hmm.
Now it does have the problem where
it has you can go to the opposite end, right? Or no?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So if you're on one side of the board, the other player can go on the opposite side. So each row or line of hexes can be selected twice.
Right. Okay.
Kinda. Or at least it has two directions back and forth.
Right.
It doesn't stop you from going on that side. But it still does have the problem that once you start your turn in a 4-player game, you almost don't want to think about too much until it's your turn again.
Right. It has one of those issues where the board, the game board is going to change so much that, you can take some time to figure out your moves, but not necessarily are you going to be able to take that move because someone else in front of you, could see that same move and take those dice before you.
Yeah. And I like that it's not just going out there and calling out the number that you see the most.
Right. No, it's definitely going to be, you want to figure out, where can I get these specific dice to fill up my bags of sea sparkles. It's
like, man, that's a lot of 6s, and I'll get like 12 dice. I only have 4 open spots. That doesn't make any sense.
Or I don't need green at all. So, that might not even help you at all.
Oh, yeah, no, because then you're going to give all those dice away for free to people who actually might need them.
Mm-hmm.
It is cool to look around the table and see when people don't need a color.
Although I was just thinking about it. I mean, if there is a point in time where, I don't need any green dice and they're full up, you could take all the greens or whatever and just burn them.
It'd just be removing them from the board because no one else would need them.
I guess it doesn't really affect gameplay that much.
No.
Never mind.
It's still a cool game. I really like it. It's very basic and simple, but I think there's strategy there. There's a little bit of thought process. It's not a massive amount.
Right.
So I like it. I'll probably check this. I'll probably end up picking this one up. And it's not bad on cool stuff. I think it's $30.
Oh yeah. I mean, it comes with tons of dice. So
yeah, even if you just need dice, this game's worth it. Anyway, that is Noctiluca, unless you have any final thoughts.
No, that's it.
That's Noctiluca. The second game on this episode what we're talking about is Brass, Birmingham. The designer is Gavin Brown, Matt Tolman, and Martin Wallace. The artist is Lena Cosette, David Forrest, and Damien Mobility. Totally butchered your name. I'm sorry. And the publisher is Roxley. And I'm not going to go through all the rules. Even though this game isn't really that complicated, there is just a lot happening.
Mm-hmm.
Easiest way to explain it is you're trying to get points. You get, and there's 2 phases to the game. There's a huge board in the middle. For those who have never played this, it is very interesting what's going on, and it's hard to visualize. So I'm going to try to be as basic as possible. Anyway, the middle of the board is just all these different cities in Europe connected to each other through either a canal, which you have to build a ship, or a boat, or a railroad. And you can only do one of those in each half. So the first half of the game, you can only build canal or ships on the canals. Mm-hmm. The second half of the game, you're building trains on the railroad. And that allows you to connect and have basically presence from one city to the next city. So you have to expand out basically. So all these different cities are represented by different squares. The squares have an icon on there that correlate to the player board that's in front of you. So your player board has all these different tiles on it, which are essentially buildings. So for instance, you can build a coal mine, you can build an iron mill, or whatever they're called actually in the game. It doesn't matter. And then like a pottery place. What was that one? I don't know.
That's pottery.
Is it pottery? Okay, cool. So there's a couple of different ones you can build, and they're represented by the same icon on the map itself. So if you want to build a coal mine, you have to find a city that can actually accept a coal mine. You also have to have presence to it as well, or connection to it from your railroads or canals to other cities that you have stuff in, because everybody's going to start in a city. Anyway.
Unless you have the card.
Yeah, whatever. We're going to get to that in a second. So the last thing is, you totally threw me off now.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, so the idea is it's like a player driven economy. So when you put coal out, it spawns with a bunch of coal cubes on it, and people can actually grab those off of there, and you want them to, even though it's free for them to do so, instead of buying them essentially from the market, which might cost them money, they get to also get those for free. But once they're all gone from your tile, it's going to flip over and score you points and give you natural, income each round. Because you're going to play a bunch of rounds before the end of the first phase, and then you reset the game up basically and play a second time. But the second phase is specifically with the railroads. Anyway, there's a huge deck of cards that's going to be the timer of the game. Everybody gets a handful of cards, and these cards are one of two things. Either they're going to be one or two icons of the buildings that you can build. So when you play that, and on your turn you get two actions. So one action is to play one of these cards, and it's going to allow you to build one of your, which I remember what I was going to say in this, so it segues really well. It allows you to build one of your buildings, like for instance that coal mine, onto the board, but you have to have connections to it in order to do so when you play this type of card. When you put the building down, it's going to take from the lowest level building that you have. So you're going to have all these different piles of coal mines, level 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. And as you build them, the more you build, the more points they're going to be worth, the more income they're going to give you, etc. And it's like that for all the different types of buildings. The second type of card is a city card. And when you play a city card, it allows you to build in that city any of those symbols. And that one, you don't have to have like a connection to one of your other cities. So you can kind of circumvent the connections by just building across the map by using that city card. Anyway, so you're going to play two cards, build stuff. You're trying to make this connection between your cities so that you can utilize, they're on the edges of the board. There's these other cities that give you the ability to buy coal from the market or buy iron. I think you buy iron at any points, right?
Yeah, iron flies.
Yeah, iron flies. So you're trying to do all this stuff to generate a bunch of income.
And then you can also sell to those outlying cities.
Right. So, and then as you do all this, you're also connecting links. So all your buildings have like these links on it. And at the end of the phase, when you like take up one of your canals, so to speak, every city that it connects to that has your buildings, you're going to count up all the different link icons that you see. And then that specific token will score that many points. So the idea is you want to connect all your stuff together at the end so that it gives you a lot of link bonus points to your canals, or at the end of the game to your railroads. Then you get you get points for all your different buildings and stuff on the table. There's all kinds of points everywhere, but that's kind of a very loose idea of the game.
Right.
Let me tell you, it took us playing the game through the entire first half of the game before I was like, snap.
All right, snap, I got it.
Right. Yeah.
No, yeah, definitely it took me at least halfway through the canal phase in order for me to be like, all right, I kind of understand what I'm trying to do now. Yeah. But yeah, starting off the game and deciding what kind of building to build, there's no real direction. You're like, yeah, you got these 8, or whatever number of buildings to build, and go.
And yeah, go. What do I do?
Right. So I would say the game is definitely not for a new gamer. It is a little bit heavier than I would just spring on anybody, but there is a lot of depth and gameplay and different mechanics to chew your way through on this game.
Once you hear the rules, it's not that complicated. On your turn, you legit just play 2 cards. That's pretty much your turn.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it has a 3.89 out of 5 complexity rating or weight on BGG for a reason. I mean, it is a deep game.
There's a lot to it. Yeah, just the rule set is not very complex in itself.
Exactly. But there is still a lot of stuff going on, so trying to explain it to somebody is way different than actually showing and playing it with them. Because like I said, I mean, this game is pretty long. What did we play it, like 3 hours?
For us, it was 3 hours. You're talking to, 2 very, very new players at the game and 1 experienced player. I think we can get through it in maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, I think the next time.
Second playthrough.
I think the second phase, and Jason might tell us wrong, I think the second phase was much quicker than the first phase if you cut out all the banter and stuff that's not game related.
Sure.
I think it was much faster the second. But I mean, that is kind of nice that you kind of play the game twice.
I mean, it's not, I won't say it's my favorite part because it is, you remove a lot of your, your first buildings, it's not 1 star.
Yeah, basically like
level 1 buildings,
the garbage rank tiered buildings,
right.
Those all get off the board and everything else stays.
If you're able to do level 2 and up, those do get you victory points, in the first phase of the game and also the second phase of the game, which comes into play where one of your actions is to remove some of these buildings off your board so that you can, kind of propel a little bit forward and get, these higher level buildings out.
Exactly. I don't know. It's a cool game. I'd really like to play it again. I don't know if I'll seek this one out to own.
No, that's going to be me then.
That would probably be Eric.
So
it's just one of those weird games I think I'll buy and leave on my shelf and like never get to the table.
Right. And maybe that will be the case. I do have brass and we've had brass for quite a few years. So it has never got to the table, but now it kind of renewed my interest in even getting the brass or now brass Lancashire back out to the table or, to the table in the first place.
Yeah.
So I like the game because it has a lot of interactivity. So it's not one of these games that you're going to basically play solitaire together. So everything's real interactive. I mean, you share routes. You're basically sharing resources as well. And the market is kind of, like you said, player driven. Whereas, if there's a lot of coal and coal is cheap, I might want to do stuff to utilize coal. Or if, there's not a lot of iron and iron's going for a lot, I might want to put down an iron mine and, sell that, be able to flip my tile and get those benefits right away. So
yeah, it's like that player driven economy was saying. I really like it because you see that everybody needs coal and coal is expensive. So plop down a coal mine and now people are like, I'll get from you instead of spending 4 coins on each one.
Right. Yeah.
So I like that. That's really neat. And it also benefits you. It's not like
it has that mooching aspect to it where, I am taking your coal or I am taking your beer or whatever, but you do get some kind of benefit. You might not even want me to take that because, you have plans for your own beer, but it's not so bad because I take from your beer depot or whatever it is and brewery and you're able to flip that tile and it gives you a benefit for me taking your item.
It gives you points. It gives you links. It gives you money. I mean, it gives you everything. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So I really like that, and I think it's neat. We haven't played a whole lot of Martin Wallace games, even though people always talk about him. He's really, obviously is a profound designer. But recently we played a lot of
Martin Wallace
games, and it's awesome. So, especially Wildlands, which is insane that it's different.
You pick up Wildlands, and I'll pick up Brass.
I'm definitely picking up Wildlands, yeah.
So another part about the game that kind of intrigued me was the loan aspect, because in all games, that is something that kind of goes against my grain. I don't want to do any loans or take advantage of those kind of things. But I think in this game, it is an essential part of the gameplay and being able to win is to manage when to take loans and how to take loans. And you don't want to take loans where it's going to hurt you in later rounds. But if your income is low anyway, to take a loan and you're not going to have as much income next round, but it gives you $30 to spend, within the next few rounds.
Yeah.
That's going to kind of propel you and let you use that money, to propel you forward.
I think what's really cool about the money aspect, the income aspect, which ties into this loan thing, basically around the edge of the board, you have the score track and you also have this, basically the income track. And as you get more points of income, it goes into it breaks different thresholds. Mm-hmm. So at first it's 1 for 1. So if you're at threshold 4, then you get 4 income. If you go up to 5, you get 5 income. And then later it's like 6 and 7 might be 6. And then 8 and 9 is, 7. So it goes up, it tiers up. And then later on, it might be 5 spaces before you get another income. And then even like 5 and 6 or whatever. And so when you take a loan, you go back so many spaces or so many tiers of income, which at first it's 1 for 1. So you go back, what is it? 5, I think 4. I don't remember how far back do you go?
I believe it's 3 spots.
Yeah, it's 3 levels of income.
Right.
And in the beginning, it's only 1 space per level. Later on, it might be 5 spaces per level. And so if you go down, it's 15 spaces. So the chances of you getting that 3 income back is crazy.
Yeah, it's going to take you a while. So it's almost that play, you know, there are some people that might be able to go for a higher income every round, but then you can play it where you're low income every round, but you're kind of jockeying that income just to be able to get you more loans.
Yeah, exactly. I tried not to take out loans and I got destroyed.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I did at first. I was like, I have no money and I can't do nothing. It's like, all right, I'll take a loan. And then everything clicked and I was like, oh, okay.
Loans, it should be now. Brass loan shark.
Right.
So, yeah. Anything else or?
I will say that, yeah. So, one last thing on it. It is a little bit, what was I going to say? It's a little bit fiddly at the end where you are gathering up and tallying up all the points, which was not my favorite thing, but, in retrospect as well, it kind of lets you not know who exactly is in first place. And so
calculating who's in first. Right. It's too much work to try to calculate who's in first place. Although you probably could, because you can look and see what they're worth. Mm-hmm. You can see how many points they're going to get from the links.
Yeah, you could calculate it out, but you know, you're calculating 100 points or something. So it's not going to be, you know, off the fly. You're going to be
it's not like I'm at 16. He's at 17. How can I get 3 points?
Right. Yeah. You can't do any of that.
Yeah.
Easily anyway.
Easily. Right. I mean, I guess people play this a lot. You might be doing that, but anything else? Final thoughts?
No, I like it a lot. So this is one of the games that I'll seek out.
How'd you like the artwork?
I think the artwork was nice.
Yeah, I think it was really cool.
There's the board has 2 sides, so one's a dark side and one's a light side. On our first playthrough, I do like the dark side of the board, but I thought for our first playthrough to be able to see things a little bit more clearly, we played on the light side.
Plus the lighting was okay in that room, so playing on the light side kind of helped. But if you were like in an area that had tons of light, the dark side would probably look cooler.
Yeah.
And you would still be able to see everything.
Right.
So, huge board, tons of components. What do you think about those poker chips?
Those poker chips are awesome. Yeah, definitely. I'll be seeking out one that comes with the clay chips or whatever.
Because before, I think they're just cardboard chips, right?
In the base game, like the brass original game.
Yeah,
I believe so. They might have been like, I think they're Tiddlewinks or.
Oh yeah, they're like just like plastic chits that are see-through or like just a solid color.
Right.
Tiddlywinks, yeah.
Tiddlywinks.
Garbage.
Right.
Clay poker chips.
Oh yeah.
I would, if I didn't even get the clay poker chips, I'd probably just put actual poker chips in there or something. Right. Anything besides those.
Definitely helps.
All right. Well, anyway, that is Brass Birmingham. And the last game we have for this episode is Shobu. The designer is Manolis Vranas and Jamie Sajak.
Sounds right.
Sadak. Artist is NA. Publisher is Smirk Laughter Games. Shobu is a abstract game where there are 4 boards. Each board is a 4x4 grid. On each board, you're going to put 4 black pieces on your edge and 4 white pieces on the opponent's edge. You have 2 boards on one side of this rope. You put a rope down. There's basically 2 of the light colored boards. There's light tan and there's 2 dark brown boards. So on your side of the board, you have 1 of each board. And on the other opponent's side, on the other side of the rope, there is 1 of each board. And then each board has 8 pieces, 4 of each player.
Mm-hmm. And then the colors are going to be mirrored.
Yeah, it's mirrored. You're basically playing 4 games at one time, which kind of ties into how the game's actually played. The idea of the game is to push all the pieces of your opponents off of just one of the boards. The catch is, it's not easy to do this, obviously, because it's an abstract game. So what happens is you choose, on your turn, you have 2 actions. The first action must be passive. What that means is you can't push the opponent's pieces around. On top of that, you have to select one of the 2 boards in front of you, which means that you're choosing the light colored board or the dark colored board. The second action, which we'll get back out what the action actually does. The second action can be it has to be the exact same action that you picked from the first action. So I guess I would do an example. If you move a piece 2 spaces forward, that's your passive action because you don't push any of the opponent's pieces around. Your second action can be aggressive. It can be passive as well, but it allows you to push around opponent's pieces. But you have to pick a separate board, and it has to be the opposite color board. So if your first action is to move on a dark brown board, now you can move on the light tan board on either of the tan boards. So your first action has to be one of the 2 boards in front of you. The second action can be any of the boards, but it has to be of the opposite color board. And you have to move a piece in the exact same way. So if you move diagonal, like if you move one piece diagonal, like say northwest, 2 spaces, one of your other pieces that you move has to move diagonal northwest, whatever I said. Yeah, northwest. So you're basically doing 2 of the same action. It doesn't have to be the same piece on the other boards. Obviously, that wouldn't make any sense once the pieces start moving around. But what happens is you'll try to move a piece and then you can't, because in order to move it 1 space to the right, you have to move his other board 1 space to the right, and you can't do that. So you have to be able to do the same action twice, essentially. While you're doing your second action, like I said, you can push a piece off the board, and that's going to lower the amount of pieces the opponent has on that board. And then if you can do that 4 times, essentially on one board, you win the game. Anything else that you want to point out? I think that's pretty...
No, that's pretty good. It's pretty easy rule set. You have a passive action and a aggressive action. Yeah. You cannot ever push more than 1 stone.
Yeah. There's you could block your own, get in the way of your other stones, so they can't push 2 stones off or whatever.
Right.
So, overall, I didn't think I was going to like this because I'm not the abstract player of our group.
No. And actually, abstracts are growing on me. I have been adding more of them into my collection.
Half the games we played at Origins were abstracts, actually.
Right. Yeah.
Not really, but it was quite a few.
More than normal.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What do you think of this? Let's start off with you.
I'll say, I think it's definitely top 5 in my abstract games on the ones I like. Like you said, well, at first I thought it was more of a filler type of game, although our last battle together was an hour long, We could shave maybe 10 to 15 minutes off of that. Right, just because of, getting up to do, certain things.
People were showing up and asking us, so we had to really explain how to play the game. And
right.
Because we were playing, the whole idea is, we got 20 minutes, let's play this.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, it's a 15 to 30 minute game.
Yeah, that's what they say.
It was 45 minutes for us.
Right.
Multiple times. So, you know what? The one thing I really like about this game that other abstracts don't do, which is fine, it always feels like you can come back.
Oh, yeah.
You can be destroyed and still win this game.
You can be 1 stone to 3 and still have a chance because you're able to maneuver around that 1 stone.
Yeah. And if you kind of do things to kind of get the other player to fall into your trap, because once they move a piece, now maybe that positioning doesn't exist for them anymore.
Right.
So I know I'm going to put mine right on the edge, and they get closer to you because they were greedy and they want to push that last piece off on the board. But then they're like, I can't move any of my pieces to the right anymore because they're all to the right or blocked by other stones and stuff like that. So
that's actually what I was going to say. There's another level of strategy there as well, because you have to not only keep track of where your stones are, what moves are still available for you, but you want to keep track of where your opponent's stones are and what moves they have available, because you can be in a bad position, but it's not bad at the moment because your opponent can't take advantage of those specific moves to dump you off the board.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Component wise, the game is awesome because it looks ancient.
Oh yeah. So I say it had, we had one person that didn't agree that it had killer components, but for an abstract game, I will stand by that and say the components on this is really good for an abstract game. It could have been a board and some chits instead, but, they have big, thick wooden boards. They have stones. They have that little rope. So it kind of just ties everything in. And
which the rope is there for aesthetic, but it's also to remind you that your first action has to be on the boards on your side of the rope.
Right.
We think that the rope is for victory dancing. So when you win the game,
around.
you pick up the rope and you spin it around your head.
Yeah.
It's like you could just completely show off and make a fool of yourself. The rope probably wasn't necessary, but I'm sure it's not that expensive to add in the game.
Right.
And honestly, it does add a level of aesthetic to the game.
Yeah, I say it kind of enriches your experience because if it was just cardboard boards and just cardboard chits, that the game play experience would be lowered for me.
Yeah. This just feels ancient when you're playing it because you're moving around like these river rocks and stuff. And yeah, I guess you could just make this game yourself, but there's a difference between making a game and supporting designers and companies who publish games.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like it has the Shobu logo on each of the boards and they're stained and stuff. They're not just like painted wood, which I thought was cool. It's like a stain and it smells good. But the rope, it's weird to say that at first I was like, why is this rope here? And it really does just bring out this like weird nautical kind of feel to it. It's just interesting. Almost like you can leave this set up on your table.
Oh yeah.
And people are going to look and be like, what's all this rocks and rope? And it's just very interesting centerpiece.
Let me tell you about this ancient game of Shobu.
Yeah. And you play it. It's like, oh, it came out this year.
Right.
So cool components. I really like this game. Like, I would agree it probably is in my top 5. I've never really thought about top 5 abstracts before, but it would definitely be up there. There's a very few abstracts that I'm really interested in after playing it a few times. Most time I play them and I'm like, okay, that was okay.
All right. Right.
Yeah. This one is amazing.
Oh yeah.
It's simply because you can come back. And I've always talked about War Machine and how it doesn't matter if you lose all your pieces to the opponents. As long as you have your Warcaster, you can win.
That's his game.
And that's
you
pretty much
just
one piece. Yeah, you only need one piece. So it's really cool. And yeah, I'm really glad that we took the time to try this one out. And also, it is worth noting that we did receive this as a review copy, but I would have said the same thing. I totally do not play that game where I cater my thoughts on a game after playing it if they gave it to us for free or something.
Right.
But this one's awesome. If you don't like abstracts at all, I don't know how much this is going to win you back.
Oh yeah. If you don't like abstracts at all, I don't know. Yeah. Like you said, it's not going to make you love abstracts, but if you do like abstract games, this is one of the better ones.
Yeah. And each time you play it, I think you're going to see things that you didn't see the first time.
Which I have actually, which I'll kind of share with you right now. So, in our game, I attacked the board, that was closest to you, top right board, actually. And I think that was a flaw in my strategy because I really should be attacking one of the boards closest to me because
you have better options to move.
Right. So I can take a passive or aggressive action on any of these boards to move around my piece. Whereas if I'm attacking a board that's on your side and that's my main board that I'm trying to take over, I am more limited in what I can do just to that board.
Exactly. And what was neat is, and whether or not you thought this, but this is my idea, is while we were playing it, I just went full defensive mode on that board, specifically to attack you on two of the other boards.
Right.
And I mean, you caught on to that pretty quickly. Yeah, but but some people are too greedy. Right. You know, they're like, I'm getting it. Oh, I lost on that board.
Right. Yeah, that's what I did. I was like, all right, I'm going to sacrifice a piece to get me an advantage on this board. But doing that too many times, put me behind at the end.
Right. Because then you have to go on the defense with another board. And then you can't win that first board you're going after. It's so cool. The other thing I like about it is it's pretty unique in the fact that you're basically playing four games at once.
You know what it reminds me of? That Super Tic-Tac-Toe.
Oh, Ultimate Tic-Tac-Toe?
Right.
That's what I thought too. Okay. It's very close to that where it's okay to start. Well, in this one, you can't lose on any board, but in Tic-Tac-Toe, you can kind of just let one go away to try to win the game. You can kind of do it here too. You're okay with going down to like 2 stones. One is kind of scary. I don't necessarily think you should do that, but it's okay to lose pieces in this game.
Right.
Just because you lost pieces doesn't mean you lose ground. Whereas in something like checkers or even in chess, not so much in chess, but a lot of abstracts, you get beat down, it's snowball effect.
Right.
And this is slightly snowball effect, but we're I think, decently skilled equally. And I think you mostly beat me in abstract games. This might be the one I held my own on pretty well.
You did, yeah.
Yeah. So super cool. I'm very glad we got to try this, which is interesting because we love Smirk and Dagger games, and this is not the game we went after, like came to his booth for. I mean, we always go and see Kurt. He's awesome. Mm-hmm. He does a great job with all the games he comes out with. I mean, he's a one-man show, obviously designers and volunteers and stuff, but he runs Smirk and Dagger. So this was a great addition. I mean, I think anybody having an abstract game like this in their repertoire is a good thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I never heard of the designers, and I hope they make more abstracts that are kind of like this. I like this mirrored effect where you do one thing and have to do it again.
Right.
But you don't really want to do it again, or maybe you can't do it again. So super cool. Any final thoughts on this one? Or
no? Yeah, I recommend it.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it. Even if you look at it, if you are okay with abstracts, this is going to be a good one. If you absolutely hate them, probably not going to change your mind. I don't even know if I would try it, but you never know. You could always be like me and like meh abstracts.
Right.
And then you start playing them. You're like, oh, they're actually pretty good.
Right. Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that it's not like some theme.
Oh, it doesn't need a theme. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Or like chess pieces and stuff or intricate look. I'm glad it's just stones and rope. Cool aesthetic. So anyway, that is Shobu by Smirk and Laughter Games. Time for the meat of the episode, Eric. I always like saying the meat of the episode. Like as in like we didn't already talk for an hour.
Time for dinner.
Yeah. So we went to Origins 2019. This is, I believe, our 5th year going. Did you go all 5?
I think the first year was 2014. So sounds about, I didn't go the first year. You went.
Okay. So I think this is the 5th year we've went, and then maybe yours is 4th.
Right.
Either way, it gets better and better.
Oh, yeah.
This year we did attend Origins as member of the press, trying to boost our presence in the arena of podcasting and video casting.
That was dope.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. Thanks for anybody who said hi to us. I don't remember many people, but that's fine. It's all good. A lot of our audience is in Louisville and other places, and we mostly see all these people at Gen Con. So it's all good. And I think that it was really fun.
Oh, yeah.
I think it gets better each year.
Right. I would say it's definitely one of my favorite conventions to go to each year. And it's actually the one that I end up picking up the most games and trading the most games and having all those kind of interactions.
The one thing I think is interesting about doing the press stuff is, just to let everyone know, we don't push this podcast like it's the next best thing ever. Right. We have fun doing it. We have a lot of fun, sitting down and talking, and it's cool to see the interaction and stuff online, but I don't promote it like a lot of podcasts do and do all these crazy promotions and crazy, Instagram, elevated posts and stuff, or even like contests and everything. And we might do a few of those or whatever, but it is interesting to see the first real big push that we've done for the podcast in the form of videos for Instagram TV. So we brought some video equipment. We did some interviews. We actually scheduled a bunch of interviews with companies.
And did a lot on the fly. Which was actually really cool. We didn't want to overwhelm ourselves, but we actually ended up doing probably as many as we felt comfortable doing. We didn't overwhelm and spend most of our time doing it, but we spent quite a bit of time each day. A good chunk each day, doing a few of them.
Yeah. Yeah. We did, I think, 13 videos overall in really just 3 days. Because Eric, you went on Wednesday.
I was there Wednesday night. Throughout Sunday.
Yeah. So you basically had all day Thursday where I came up on Friday morning. So, 3 days doing 13 videos. That's like 3 a day. Actually, it's 4 a day. One day we did 5. That's quite a bit. I mean, each one was like basically a scheduled meeting for 30 minutes. Right. So it's quite a bit of time.
And that's not even including any time, just talking to them.
Yeah, we talked to them before we tell them about what we're trying to do, etc. Then we talk to them afterwards, and then, edit the videos and post them and stuff. I did it all on my phone, so I just posted them at the convention. So that was really cool. Got to meet a lot of cool people, especially in the industry, and it was just awesome. Origins, you're awesome. This is a very cool convention. It's starting to be one of my favoriits. I mean,
and it's still growing.
It
looks. I don't have the numbers with me right now, but
like 17 to 20,000 or something. I mean, it was a pretty good jump.
Right.
What was the first thing you did? Do you want to talk about that?
On Wednesday nights? Yeah. When we are not we, but I went to the press event for Queen Games. So they were showing off some of the new products that they have. And we had a good time. Got to play the new expansion for Luxor, which is the Mummies.
Oh, did you actually play that?
Yeah.
I didn't know you played that. How was it?
That was good.
I'm looking forward to it.
A lot, so we should definitely obtain a copy.
Hit Travis.
And try it out a couple more times, and definitely talk about it. I do believe it adds a bit to the game, so you can pre-plan a little bit more on
that's cool.
Your hand.
And Eric won something.
Yeah.
What'd you?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So they did a raffle drawing, and I did win a raffle drawing there. It was Copenhagen Deluxe Edition. So
which is awesome.
It looks awesome, right? I haven't got it out just yet, but we'll play it soon. It has acrylic tiles.
We've played Copenhagen.
The base game. Yeah. Yes. But not the Deluxe Edition with the acrylic tiles. So I think, the game was already pretty good before then. I think, just adds to the gameplay and experience.
Yeah.
Just having these cool pieces. Awesome. And it also came with expansions or Queenies.
Queenies, probably.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
So look forward to trying that out.
I like those Queenies. All right, so what about the convention in whole, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone always compares this to Gen Con.
Oh, yeah. Definitely feels... I feel the size of Gen Con there, just with 1/3 the people. So it's actually, you get a lot of the benefits of, if going to Gen Con, you get a lot of the benefits of a big convention without all the massive people there.
And the craziness of what's going on.
Right.
And there's still a ton of new games coming out. I mean, obviously we did a Origins preview video on our last podcast or the podcast before it. And there's tons of games coming out. There's tons of games that they were supposed to come out. They're going to be at Gen Con.
Right. And then there's a lot of games that you can preview at Origins that will come out at Gen Con. So you can preview it now and decide if you want it, and you could possibly buy it at Gen Con.
Yeah. So let's talk about the games that we played, and we'll do a couple of things here. So the games that we played throughout the con, we actually didn't play that many demos, which was kind of neat. We played full games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we worked in the games that we actually played. We played
like full games instead of small demos, right?
Yeah. We played Tzaar and Punct, which are two of the abstract games by Rio Grande Games.
That's right.
And
GIF project?
The GIPF. GIPF. I don't know how to pronounce that, but GIPFy.
Yeah.
So we've played, what was the other one? Yinch? We played Yinch. We liked that one.
That's probably, Yinch is probably my favorite abstract. So if you only get one of this project, get Yinch.
Yeah. I like Yinch. I kind of like Tzaar and Punct, kind of the same, like tier 2, Yinch being tier 1.
I did like them both, but I don't
for
think
different reasons.
I don't think it would topple Yinch for me.
Yeah. I think Punct was probably maybe slightly better than Tzaar for me.
And the first time we played it wrong, and it was so good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we won't get into that, I guess. But we just made a rules error.
Right.
But it's really the exact same game. It's just slightly different thought process.
Changing one little rule in it changed the whole game, though. So we did play it again.
Yeah.
Corrected the rules, but it was so good.
Yeah, it's like the same. We did the same stuff.
Right.
It's just like
it made it harder.
Yeah. Like basically you had to at least connect your piece to their piece. You couldn't just jump on top of their piece. Mm-hmm. So yeah, some people were laughing at us like that changes the whole game. Right. I agree. But if you go in with one mindset and then go in with the second mindset, the game's kind of the same. It just stopped you from doing cheesy stuff, which was great.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was really good. We played We're Doomed with a bunch of people.
We're Doomed.
Yeah.
It's actually, I actually had it on my preview list, but I liked it.
It was entertaining.
It was entertaining.
Yeah. I don't think it's like amazing.
No.
It's a great party-ish game.
Right. So you don't need, a lot of gamers to play it. You can play it with basically anybody.
Yeah. I don't know. It had a really awesome timer though.
Oh, yeah.
The hourglass.
Right.
It was so huge, chunky.
It's a 15-minute sand timer.
Is it 15 minutes?
Right.
It's basically just an ornament that you put on the desk because it's much better to use the actual phone or something.
It would be, right.
Yeah.
But if you wanted a sand timer, this is the one to get.
That's true. We played Finger Guns at High Noon.
And you end up picking up this one.
Yeah, I actually thought this was going to be stupid.
Right? It was on my list. And what'd you say about it?
I was like, I don't know.
Things.
It was awesome. This game is great. I picked it up. We'll probably end up talking about it next episode, I would assume.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we're going to bring out an old game and put it into the pit with this one.
That's right.
We did into the pit with Rock, Paper, Wizard and Cash and Guns, second edition.
Right.
Rock, Paper, Wizard won that battle, and now it's probably going to be put into the pit with Finger Guns at High Noon. Basically, we take two games that are very similar in play style, put them into the pit and see which one comes out. Which, if you're following along, everything we talk about, the podcast is named MeepleCore. It's very metal. I go by the metal Meeple. It's a lot of metal. You mosh pit when you listen to metal. Anyway, you get the point. We played Illusion. That, if I had to rank all these games in like the rank of, wow, I didn't expect to like this would be right underneath Shobu.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, me too. I ended up liking it quite a bit. For, like you said, I had low expectations when we started it, and I was like, hey, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Oh, it's really good. I'll probably end up buying this.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. It's such a fun little concept that works well.
Right.
If you're not familiar with it, basically it's like,
it's a deck of cards too, so
yeah, it's
you
super
could go
small.
anywhere.
It's basically in the exact same packaging as the Mind in the game. It's Pandasaurus, and it's a stack of cards. Each card just has a bunch of colors splattered all over it in random patterns.
I think there are 4 different colors. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's kind of like Liar's Dice, where you flip out the first card and you have to put it. We'll talk about the Liar's
card.
Dice. Yeah, you flip over a card and you have to decide where in the pattern it goes. Right, so or you decide in the line of whatever color. So I should start over.
Yes.
It denotes a color, red.
Right.
Now, you flip over a card. You have to decide how much red is on this card. A lot?
Percentage-wise
of the card. A lot or a little.
Yeah.
And you have to put it in the row of other cards. So you have to inject it into this row to say, well, it's got more red than this card, but less than this card, and blah, blah, blah. Then it's next player's turn, but they can decide to call you out and be like, that's an illusion. I don't know what it was. Basically, you're a liar.
Right.
This is where the Liar's Dice thing comes in. Because they try to call you out, and then if they call you out, you have to flip over all those cards, which has percentages on the back. And then, at that point, if you are right, you get to take that color card, and once somebody gets 3 of those, I think they win.
Right. I think that was the game.
And if you got it wrong and they actually called you out and said you made a mistake, then they get the card. So, and then you just keep going until somebody gets 3. So, super simple, really fun, and it's crazy to see stuff and you're like, there's no way. There's no way. Yeah. And it's like 1% more.
Right.
You're
this one's 16% and this is 17%.
Yeah. So it was really good. Obviously, we played Shobu, which we talked about earlier in this episode, and we played Second Chance, which is another Stronghold Games or Indie Cardboard or whichever one published it.
And roll and write.
It's a roll and write kind of Tetris style. Basically, 2 Tetris pieces come out and you have to choose one to color in on this grid of yours. And you keep going and try to fill up your whole thing without busting, basically. I mean, there's a little bit more to that and there's points and such, but I actually really enjoyed this. I probably would have bought this as well, but I chose Finger Guns at High Noon instead. What did you think about that one?
No, I liked it. So, like you said, I don't know that I need to pick it up myself, but I didn't mind playing it. One of those type of games for me.
Yeah, I don't know, I might pick it up. It just depends. There's so many Tetris style games out there right now. I kind of want to play the Bricks one. We got Oriole.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I mean, that one's not roll and write, but Bricks, I think, is a roll and write. And it's very similar. It's more Tetris-y than I think Second Chance. We posted, it's funny because we posted on Twitter, or we didn't, but one of the people we were with.
Drunken
Meeple, yes. He posted 6, all the players' different Second Chance sheets. And it was like, which one looks the best?
If I knew that was going to happen, I would have made mine prettier.
I don't remember who did the other one, but me and the other person got a lot of votes. Nice. I haven't went back and tallied it to see if I won, but maybe. We played Noctiluca, which we talked about. We played The Big Score by Van Ryder Games,
which we'll probably talk about on another episode, but I enjoyed my play of that one.
Yeah, we will most likely talk about this on a future episode. I remember putting this on my preview list, I think last year for Gen Con.
I think that is right.
It was either Gen Con or Essen, one of the two, because I remember...
Maybe it was Essen.
Maybe it was Essen. I don't remember now, but it was last year.
I don't remember it at Gen Con last year.
Yeah. Basically, it's like a drafting game, and then you're trying to fill up all these different positions on the board, and other people are doing the same thing, but you don't talk to them, and it's also competitive, so you're trying to get a little bit, I can put one dude and jump in there and steal the rewards,
Right.
So it's super neat. And then it has this whole draw from the bag thing, which is amazing.
Right. That's all you right there.
Yeah. It didn't work out for me that time.
Nope.
Because you
left too soon.
I did leave too soon. It's got the whole keep drawing or bust type of thing, and that was really cool.
But you kind of bust as a group or whoever's left over.
That's true, yeah, because you keep drawing until the police show up. So when so many police icons are visible, I think it's player based. In our 3 players, as long as 3 of them come up, you bust. And so any tokens that you have grabbed from that bag are lost.
Right.
So pretty
cool. You don't
cool.
lose anything that you had in the first section of the game, but you lose everything in that second section.
Yeah. And that was a shortened game. I think there's like a longer game that actually has a lot more cool stuff going on.
We didn't get a chance to play the expert variant or the advanced variant.
Yeah.
And I don't think it added too much, but it added a little bit more.
Yep. Pretty cool. A lot of stuff comes in that box. We played Brass Birmingham, which we talked about as well. We played the reloaded version of Run, Fight, or Die. What'd you think of that?
I liked it. I actually, at Origins, I ended up picking up the old version, or I guess it's really the current version. I think the new version Reloaded is coming out to Kickstarter backers now, but I'm not sure if it's available retail just yet. But I think they made some good changes to it. So I'll actually maybe end up picking up the new version and getting rid of the
old version. I like this far more than I thought I was going to like it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I like King of Tokyo a lot, and it's got that very similar mechanism of what's going
Yahtzee
on.
mechanism to do your dice.
Yeah. Yahtzee mechanism is awesome, which that was on my top 5 guilty pleasures, like Yahtzee.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool mechanism, and it was super fun. We played the last thing we actually played. You probably played maybe a little bit more than this, which you can get into, but we played a demo of Dungeon Academy, which was on my Origins preview, which I knew it was going to be a demo. Very sad that it wasn't actually out, but it's awesome. What'd you think about this? Did it sell you?
I ended up liking it a lot. I typically don't like a lot of games where it's real-time elements to it, but I don't see that you had a lot of benefits going a lot faster than me. I could, take my time a little bit more, make sure I, hit all these, I don't know, their vials of health and mana potions. I ended up liking it.
Yeah, if you haven't listened to our preview or if you hadn't seen anything on it, basically it's like Boggle, where you shuffle up this like grid of dice and then reveal the top, and then everybody starts drawing frantically, and either you take your time or you go real fast because there's like really cool items that you can grab in the middle of the table, and you grab them when you're done. You can only grab them when you're done, but basically you got to move through this dungeon, and basically all the dungeon is dudes, big dudes, or health and mana potions.
It's like a big red dude, a small red dude, a big blue dude, and a small blue dude.
Yeah. And as you go through, you have to calculate to yourself, okay, he'll do 2 damage to me, then I can get 1 point back here, and then I go to the next dude to get damage, and then go here and get 2 points back. So you have to kind of keep trying to not die.
Right.
But this calculation is much harder because it's real time.
You tried to go real fast, and you ended up dying.
Yeah. You could go as slow as you want and take the last treasure, but the treasures are not balanced on purpose.
Yeah.
On top of that, we didn't play with this because we just played 1 round, or we played 2 rounds, but essentially we played 2 of the first rounds,
right?
But you actually add in more dice, and the dice have like walls and stuff. So like you can't go this way.
Wow.
You have to go through this way. And there's some other stuff too, like that blocks out that, it's like a column, so you can't go there. So it does get a little bit more complicated as you play, but not that much.
Right.
It just adds in a couple of little things. So yeah, that was cool. What else? Did you write down all the stuff that you played on Thursday and Wednesday?
Just had a couple. I ended up playing this a Mech Warrior game. It's a 2-player starter box.
Like the old school one.
Is basically old school. Yeah, that was beyond me though. I don't think I'll end up picking that one up. It's like It's kind of like playing,
it's a miniatures game.
It is a miniatures game. Yeah. But, checking out to your attack modifiers and adding this up and, they had
it's like a war game.
Right.
Is what it is. I mean, everything you do, you add stuff to it.
You add this to it. If you walked, you add this number. If you ran, you add this number. If they walked or ran, you might minus this number or whatever. But there's a lot of adding and subtracting numbers, and so it was a bit much for me, but I could see why some people would like it.
Yeah.
Ended up playing Quacks of Quedlinburg. I do recommend that one. That was fun.
I'm very sad I did not get to play this.
Yeah, I know. So at first I was like, if this was the gameplay every time, I don't know how much I would like it because of replayability issues. But I figured out that every one of the things that you pull out, they have like 4 different iterations of it. So it's going to change up the game every time you play it. So quite like that aspect of it. Ended up playing Evolution, which we played Evolution in the beginning.
Yeah.
And figured out that Evolution and Evolution in the beginning is, although, they're not that much different. So I talked to the guy about playing.
It's kind of like the difference between Evolution and Evolution, the dice game kind of idea. Like
almost. Yeah.
Nations, the dice game. It's like the same game, but with dice.
Yeah. It's been a little bit since I played Evolution, the beginning, but it is really, really close to base Evolution.
Yeah.
There's not that much difference. I talked to the guy and he said, Evolution, I think there's climate or flying or whatnot, another iteration of the game that, adds a little bit more to it. So kind of looking forward to maybe trying that out because having Evolution in the beginning, I don't feel like I need Evolution. Sorry. Basically have the game.
That's fair.
So, ended up trying that and then Proving Grounds, which is a solo game. And, I was kind of looking forward to this one, but I did end up trying it out and it was really hard. And it kind of fell for me after playing it.
Yeah. Proving Grounds was on my list when we were doing our preview because I probably put maybe 16 games or so. And then when we pared down so that we all weren't talking about the same games, it just got on the chopping block. But honestly, if I would have saw that it was one player, it probably would have immediately been on the chopping block.
Oh, yeah. It is a solo game, which, I didn't want to discount it just for being a solo game because I don't play any solo games right now, but maybe I wouldn't be against it.
Yeah.
And, but I did try this one out. You do have a minute to place all these dice, and it is, it's not really Yahtzee style, but you're able to reroll dice as long as you have, at least a pair or more. But there is 6 different people that you're battling at the same time. And
because you're a BA, apparently.
I guess so. So if you don't place any dice on them, you didn't engage in battle with them. So they neither hurt you or you hurt them. But if you put like 1 dice, you did engage in some kind of battle. With 1 dice, you're probably not going to hit this minimum to do a damage to them. So they're going to do a damage to you. So really what you're trying to do is roll all these dice. You have a minute to kind of decide which ones you're holding, which ones you're re-rolling, and then play, be able to place those certain dice on certain cards. And those cards around you, the 3s you might have, you need 2 3s or 3 3s or whatever. Some of them might even require to, have a specific color dice that you have to put on there as well. So it is a lot to think about in a short amount of time. And it has that real time element. Like I said, that's not my favorite. So yeah, playing it and seeing it, how hard it was to kind of try to do all this and wrap your head around which dice I need to do, which dice I need to reroll, so it kind of fell flat for me.
That's fair. Maybe I'll try it out. And see.
Try it at Gen Con. It doesn't take very long. You can, I think I played the full game. Maybe I died, but
that's kind of the full game. That's the whole point.
I think I did it in, 3 or 4 rounds. Each round takes a minute. You do have to place the dice out and find out what happens. That might take another 2 minutes. So, it might have taken me 6-7 minutes to play a round or a game.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Well, cool. The Origins Awards, Eric. What did you think about that?
Oh, I don't know. We tried to get in. But, this year, usually in the previous years, it was open to everybody. This year, it is still open to everybody, I think. Well, it is. But you have to pay a entry fee of, I believe it was like $40. They do feed you, and I hope the food is good for that price tag. But yeah, you had to pay to get in this year.
Yeah, I know. I have mixed. I don't even know if it's mixed feelings. Honestly, I don't like this at all. Here's the thing. I get it. You want to make the Origin Awards like this prestigious
thing, right?
Oscar style award stuff. Whatever. I don't care. I mean, it seems like only industry people are going in there.
That's what it seemed like this year. Last year and the previous years, it was always packed. There was a lot of people that came.
I have a lot of friends in there that I've known for many years because starting with the Dice Tower and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'll talk to him afterwards.
See you guys. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess if you're going to eat dinner specifically because of this, then maybe consider that $20 of it or something. But
right.
I don't know.
I don't see the value in it myself because I could get that information afterwards. So
yeah,
I don't know. If it was free, I'll definitely check it out. I've done it the previous years, but the price per entry and what you get,
maybe the food's amazing, but
maybe it was, and that's what I kind of perceived it might have been. It was more of a swanky. A lot of people were kind of dressed up for it. Of course, the industry people that went in.
I don't know. I don't see any need for it.
Yeah.
I guess like it's really nice for industry people who are there working the whole time. Maybe that's kind of a way to still be doing stuff that's related to the board game industry, and you get to dress up and have a nice dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. 5 years from now, will we be saying the same thing and going to this thing and be like, oh, it's awesome with our pinky up and stuff? No, because I don't think that's how we are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like these people. I like a lot of people in the industry. I like a lot of the people who do different podcasts and do different video shows and all this stuff. And I like Origins, and I'm glad they have an awesome award thing, but if I'm not paying $40 to go see it.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine your food being that amazing. Please, somebody tell us we're wrong. But I don't really spend $40 on food anywhere. So
tickets as well.
So. Maybe, but I don't drink. So it doesn't really.
Right. That doesn't help you.
Yeah. It makes it really hard. I mean, it's like a black tie dinner kind of Oscars award ceremony. And I don't know. Is that nice? Is that needed in the board game space? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
None of the other award ceremonies are like that, so it's neat that it's unique. It's just not my thing, I guess.
Yeah.
But, what I know, I spike my hair and listen to metal.
Yeah.
So keep on doing what you do, but if you're interested in the awards winners, we got Game of the Year went to Root. Obviously, we're not going to talk about all the nominees,
right.
But just the game. Best card game. All these are also the fan favorite, unless I listed otherwise, but best card game went to The Mind by Pandasaurus. Best family game went to the T-Dragon Society by Renegade. The fan favorite went to Echidna Shuffle by Watchaspral Games. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Eric, you've played that though.
No, it wasn't too bad. I played it a while back ago. I didn't realize it was a newer game. I kind of thought it
looks like it was like 1975
or 80s or something. Yeah.
Best collectible card game went to Keyforge. I guess.
Guess it's collectible.
I guess it's collectible.
Decks are kind of collectible, not the cards themselves.
I suppose. I guess it's collectible because it's one of kind.
Mm-hmm.
It's not collectible in the CCG sense that you're used to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Role playing game went to Vampire the Masquerade. That's cool. I like that. I used to play Vampire the Masquerade a lot back in the day. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know they do that at Lexicon. They
LARP it though.
Oh, is that different?
LARPing is live action role playing.
Right.
You can do it with any role playing game. It's just that you dress up and you actually talk like you're that character the whole time.
Okay. So
Vampire the Masquerade is just an RPG. It's pen and paper.
Okay. I thought it was maybe LARPing was kind of included into it.
Nah, people love to LARP vampire games because
vampires.
Goths like to role play.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, no offense to anyone. I'm just saying it's a very typical thing for LARPers to really enjoy vampire games because they get to wear a lot of the stuff they already have. I mean, the costumes aren't that much outlandish compared to what they already own and stuff. And it's a really fun game. And we've LARPed it one time while we were playing our campaign.
Gotcha.
So we decided one night to LARP like it was like a dinner that was happening in the game. So we're like, why don't we just LARP it?
Huh,
it's
okay.
interesting. LARPing is definitely a thing you have to be into, and you have to be in character and all that stuff. It's interesting. The best role-playing game supplement was Dungeons & Dragons Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes. I don't even know what it is, honestly. I'll be honest with you. Best miniature game, Necromunda. Best fan favorite miniature game was Star Wars Legion. Sorry, people, but Necromunda is way cooler than Star Wars Legion. Star Wars is awesome. Necromunda is amazing. And the best accessory went to Dungeons & Dragons Black Dragon Trophy Plaque. The fan favorite was Dungeons & Dragons Monster Cards. Cool. We don't play D&D, so we didn't even vote for these, I don't think.
No, I didn't.
Anyway, that's the Origin Awards, and then we did the filming stuff. I guess last thing is the math trade, Eric.
Oh, yes.
The math trade. Poor Bean. Bean is the math trade god, apparently.
Oh, yeah, I know. He has so many trades. He has to own a store or something. Yeah.
He has. I think he does. He had so many games there, and he was a little bit late because he had some challenges and such beforehand. So when he finally got here, actually, I don't even think he was there. His people that was doing all the trades for him were there, and he got a line about 50 people deep. It was great.
Yeah. So
everybody was waiting for Bien. I mean, he did a lot of trades. When I say a lot, it's hundreds of trades.
Right. And that's pretty typical. I think that started Gen Con of last year, maybe?
Yeah. And
or maybe
I think he's putting on the Gen Con one this year, too.
He is.
On
or
Acorn.
He's at least on it.
That's true. Anyway, overall, I think it was pretty nice. It's turned out to be one of my favorite cons because it does bridge the gap between playing games, the industry stuff, for us.
Right.
And actually more of the consumer show like Gen Con is.
Oh, yeah.
It's a really sweet mix of everything.
It is. So Gen Con, I get to play like no games. Things like Lexicon, Sin City Con, I get to play games. So
you don't buy anything. Right. There's no new games. There's no vendors really.
Right. I'm not trading games. I'm not buying very many games or any games. So like you said, it does bridge that gap, and it's a happy medium of both of them.
Yeah. I really hope Origins gets bigger and bigger. I hope it doesn't ever fall into the consumer show that Gen Con is, because I think it's doing a very cool, unique thing right now. So I'm looking forward to continuing to go.
Yep.
This and Gen Con are pretty much staples now.
Definitely.
Yeah. Probably Lexicon, but that's just because it's like
really close.
Really close. Yeah. Anything else that you want to talk about with Origins, or is that pretty much it?
No, that's it. That's it for me.
Well, if you want to help out our coverage of the Origins 2019 show, just check out our Instagram TV. All you have to do is go to our profile, click on our Instagram TV icon. You'll see all those. We've also have previews of them in our Instagram feed. We do also have all those videos posted to YouTube and linked to Board Game Geek. Somebody actually was like, they posted a video of why you should post your videos, horizontally instead of vertically.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, dude, it does not take that much effort to read our description. And even the splash of the actual footage at the bottom right, I was like, filmed and oriented for Instagram TV. Come on. It doesn't, I get it. You want to be a meme lord, but at the same time, take like 3 seconds to realize that I put all these indicators on why we filmed it this way, or why we filmed it this way, and why we actually didn't edit it otherwise for YouTube. And then posted to BGG. But, people always want to get that laugh out there, right? So,
definitely.
Anyway, that was Origins 2019. Looking forward to next year. And let's go to our top 5 favorite board game components. This is interesting, I think, and we kind of talked about this a little bit before the show. We put unique stuff, right? Not just like dice.
Yes, I actually made 2 lists. So
just in case.
Oh, wait a minute. Is he talking about general stuff, or are we talking about specific items? So I actually made 2 lists, and we're going to do specific items. Specific items,
yeah, because I think that in a future episode, whenever everyone's back on, we're going to do kind of like our top 5 specific components, but there won't be a lot of talking, so we'll do actually a couple of top 5 lists at a time. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, so our top 5 favorite board game components, and I'll start.
All right.
Unless did you put yours in an order of actual top 5 or is it kind of just loose?
It's a little loose.
All right, then you start because I want to end on my favorite thing.
Oh, okay.
So what's your top 5 or number 5?
Number 5 for me is the little panda, or pandas in Takenoko. I don't know if you've played that recently, but they are so cute. Look at them.
That's like a special one, isn't it? Is that what it looks like in the game?
Yes.
Are you sure? I thought it was a token.
No, it's not a token. It's like this. There's a guy, and then these cute little pandas.
All right, well, fair enough.
So, one of my favorite components, because they could, did a...
I like the bamboo shoots. Those are cool, too.
Yeah, so production value, awesome. So, they could have just put in, a miniature or even, a standee or something, but they didn't. They added these cute little pandas.
That's fair. My number 5 are the letters in Connexi.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so Connexi, if you're not familiar, it's a dexterity word building game where it has the whole alphabet and they're 3D like plastic letters with these notches in it, and you have to attach them to each other. It looks really cool when you're playing it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fun game. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but those letters are awesome. Yeah, I like it a lot too, but in the grand scheme of things, it's okay.
True.
Yeah. But the letters are awesome. They're super cool to attach to each other because you have to notch it in somehow.
Right.
And
you can't just put it on top or anything. You do have to notch it.
Yeah. So really, really cool design. And I really like them.
Number 4 for me is the pistols and cash and guns. So, yeah. Just having those foam-lead pistols that you can aim at everybody.
Is this before or after you Sharpie the ends black? No, I'm just kidding.
Right. I think it just adds a lot to the game where, you can add these pistols and point them at people. And
man, we have to play the expansions. I've got both the expansions and all these cool guns, and we haven't played them yet.
We haven't played them yet, yes. They add different guns and...
A lot of guns.
A lot of different guns, yeah.
And I think my favorite so far of them is the one where there's 2 smaller guns, but one has a notch in it that you cover with your hand because you're grabbing the guns.
Oh.
And so that it's a fake gun. So you're pointing at 2 different people because you're dual wielding, but only one gun is the one that will be fired.
Actually, the one that fires?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. That and the Magnum. It's like so big. You're like, don't shoot me with that.
What does that do? 2 damage?
I think it does 2 damage. Yeah.
Okay. I was right.
Yeah. I think it's 2 damage, but only like if you don't get shot or something. I don't remember the actual rules for it, but yeah, it's basically like 2 damage.
Awesome.
My number 4 is the poker chips from Clout Fantasy, but also from Splendor. They're very similar in poker chip style. It's not like actual clay poker chips, but they're like this dense plastic that has a lip so you can put a sticker. Basically, it's the same poker chips in both. Mostly, I like Clout Fantasies because it's when you're playing the game, it's a dexterity game where it's basically Magic the Gathering with poker chips that you throw at a table.
It's not around anymore because it's a fun game.
Yeah, it's really fun. I think that at some point, Crash Games bought the license and they were going to re-release it, but then they went out of business and some crazy stuff happened. So who knows what happened to the Clout Fantasy license? Somebody should pick it up or sell it to me and I'll do it.
Right, yeah. So we haven't played this game in, 4 or 5 years. It's been a while, but fond memories.
I've got a ton of it though. And it's just really cool to like sit there with them in your hand and be like,
right.
Like just like you would in poker or even in Splendor, but you're holding them in your hand and you get to pick the chip you want to throw next, and they're weighty, and Splendors are really nice and hefty. It's just super good. Super good.
All right. So piggybacking off that, my number 3 is chips and Splendor and Too Many Bones.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. I forgot Too Many Bones have these too. Yeah.
Right. So same thing that you just kind of you said. So they are nice and hefty, and they look nice, and you get to play with them. So
it's just like so fidgety.
Right.
Yeah. Anything you can fidget with is awesome. Okay. So my number 3.
Yes.
All right. My number 3 are the item meeples in the Tiny Epic games.
Okay. If I would have remembered it, probably would have made my list.
Yeah. So awesome. I'm going to say specifically the ones that are in Tiny Epic Quest.
Right.
And possibly the Tiny Epic Tactics, which isn't out. But I just love the idea of having the weapons that your character has equipped
on your Meeple?
Attached to your Meeple.
Yeah. So awesome.
Yeah.
You have a shield, put a shield on. have a knife or a bow or.
Yeah, it brings me back to playing like Warhammer 40K because it's supposed to be like WYSIWYG. So when you look at the model, everything on it is represented of his character in the game. And, so if it's got a flamethrower, it has a flamethrower. If it's got 2 pistols, it's got 2 pistols. It's awesome. So I really like this. I mean, I haven't got around to painting them, but I will.
The weapons and stuff.
I more than likely will paint the ones in Tactics first when it comes out. Tiny Epic mechs look awesome. Tiny Epic Zombies is awesome too. It's not as awesome in Tiny Epic Zombies, even though it looks visually awesome. I think it's cooler when you go up against somebody and they see what they're getting, what you have. Right. So that's why I'm really looking forward to Tiny Epic Tactics, because you can look and be like, he's got a bow. I need to hide behind this wall or whatever.
Right.
So, the item meeples are awesome.
Cool. Number 2 for me is the Cube Tower, and this is used in a couple games. I don't know if Queen has a something that's
like a patent on it or something
that other people can't make it, but I believe other people can should put them in their games, because I do like this Cube Tower effect. This tower, you put cubes in it, and it has different notches where some of these cubes are going to gather up some cubes as they fall down the cube track. And you might throw 3 green cubes in and 2 red come out. So you never know what you're going to get. And that's why I kind of like it. So.
Yeah, that's a cool mechanism. And I just got Immortals. So it has a cube tower. We're going to have to try it out. Looking forward to that. My number 2. That was your number 2, right?
That was my number 2.
You're right. It's 2 people, Tim. My number 2 are cardboard structures. This is probably the one that I actually have multiple examples. But like when you build the airship in Celestia, the trains in Colt Express, the sword and sword crafters, like stuff like that. Even the Wingspan dice tower is kind of like this.
Right.
But above all of these are the Plasticard ships of Pirates of the Spanish Main. It's a collectible ship game.
We haven't played this one, have
from
we?
WizKids. It's old.
Oh, okay. I
was playing it before I even knew you, and then I stopped playing it way before I knew you.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it was probably Gen Con like 10 years ago. It's pretty old. Hold on, let's see. Pirates of the Spanish Main. Let's see when it was released. 2004.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it came out in 2004. It was out for a few years, and it was pretty awesome. Do you know about it at all?
No.
All right, picture this. Picture a credit card. So it's called Plasticard. So it's kind of like credit card material, and they stamp out all the pieces on that credit card. So when you take your card to play, you poke out the sails and you poke out the pieces of the ship, and you build your ship, and you play 3D ships on the table. And you got all these like cardboard islands that you sail to collect gold and bring them back. And you shoot each other you use, other Plasticard, other cards that you have. And you either use the long side or the short side to shoot. And you have dice, and the dice are microscopic, or you can use normal dice.
Yeah.
And you're shooting each other and sink their ships and stuff like that. They respawn and all that stuff.
So on these cards, I guess,
all their stats are on their cards too.
But the item, like the sail kind of pops up within the card?
No. You poke out all the pieces and build a 3D ship. And when you're done, you take it all apart and they snap back into the card.
Dope.
So you put all the cards in like a plastic case, like a card container or whatever, like a card case. And then you go and play with somebody else and pop all your ships out. Or you can have them pre-built and just bring them with you.
Right.
Oh, it's so good. It's
that's pretty unique.
It's a decent game too. It's not amazing as a miniature style game, but it's pretty good. So that is by far the reason I like constructible cardboard stuff, but I do like all the other games that have it, like especially the Celestia airship, even though it basically doesn't serve that much. Well, I guess it does serve a good purpose to carry the people from the
that's right
place to place.
It's integral.
Did you come up with an honorable mention?
I did.
All right.
Honorable mention for me is marbles. Actually, no, like
just marbles.
Yeah, marbles. You don't ever see marbles in board games, so well, I guess instead of like I
can only think of 3. Oh, okay. Well, other
without
than
thinking
Kerplunk
and games in that nature, there's a Potion Explosion and Gizmos. So I like
and The Secret of Monte Cristo.
That's right.
Crisco. I don't know how.
All right. You see, I'll add that one too.
Those marbles are hefty,
They're
dude.
big.
So you put them on this like incline and it feels like it's going to crush it. What about, is Potion Explosion marbles like basically normal marbles?
Same marbles and gizmos, except, when you...
Gizmos are plastic though.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not. I thought...
Potion Explosion, I'm pretty sure
has glass marbles in it.
Yeah.
But I believe it's the same color schemes.
Yes.
Where you pull one out, you make some explosions, and you take all those dice.
Yep. And then the Secret of the Monte Cristo, oh my gosh, I can't even pronounce it. That game, the marbles are like twice as big and 3 times denser. They're so heavy.
They don't even need to be that heavy. But,
they don't.
But they are.
Yeah, it's a cool mechanism the way it works because it kind of is like that Potion Explosion thing. So basically, at the bottom row, you take your piece and put it back up to the top. And so your piece is your action. So it's a cool mechanism. It's an okay game.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah. We'll have to play it again.
Definitely.
Just so we can mess with marbles, since it's Eric's thing. My honorable mention is plastic crystals. You see them everywhere now. Basically, the stuff you see at weddings at first, and now they're in every board game.
Mm-hmm. Like pull them out a bag or use them as resources.
Yeah, they're everywhere. If you're not familiar with the exact ones I'm talking about, it's like the ones in Ascension that you use to count, or the ones that are in... now that I say they're in every game, I can't think of the games they're in. But Ascension is the biggest one because that's the first one I saw them in. Mm-hmm. And so I remember them very well from that game. But they're in other ones too. I'm pretty sure it's the same gems that are in Istanbul, right?
Yeah. Istanbul comes with red gems.
Yeah. It's like the red crystals are kind of like it's almost like they took a cylinder and just kind of chipped away at it.
Right.
Yeah. They're plastic. So cool. You can go to Hobby Lobby and buy like 1,000 of them for like $5. Mm-hmm. So you can always replace them. And it's a little bit.
They're in diamonds.
Yeah. I kind of like them better than cubes. Like, I like wooden cubes. Mm-hmm. I like these better.
Oh, yeah? I would say different purposes, but yeah.
Different purposes, right. But I feel like when I pick these up, even though I know they're cheaper,
right, yeah.
they feel more and look more expensive.
They're like diamonds and rubies.
That's true. They're bright, translucent colors and stuff. The other honorable mention that I'll say is the Phantom Meeples from Carcassonne. I don't know if you've ever played with those, but basically...
You told me about them, but we never played with them.
Yeah, they're essentially acrylic translucent meeples. They look really nice, and honestly, I think that somebody's game should include translucent
meeples,
acrylic meeples instead of normal wooden ones because they're awesome. They look sharp. They just look really good. So... Edward, what's your number one, drum roll?
Going number one.
Yeah.
The Gears and Tzolk'in.
Tzolk'in.
So, the Gears and Tzolk'in, I like that a lot because it's pretty unique. You know, you put your workers, which are little cylinders, into these little worker placement slots. And, you know, not only does it kind of keep track of the game years and the rounds of the game, it moves your workers around each round. So the longer you keep them on there, the better benefits they're going to reap for you. So
yeah,
I think it's unlike anything that another game I could think of right now offers. So
no, I think Aura et Labora has that type of movement, like you push stuff around or whatever, but it's definitely not on this crazy gear system. Are you going to end up painting yours?
Maybe it might take me a couple years, but yeah, if I get the time, I wouldn't mind painting it.
You know, honestly, because right now it's just like this beige color gear system. Even if you took the game, painted it like a dark gray, or not the game, but the pieces, painted it dark gray,
the plastic pieces,
yeah, and then just dry brushed over top of it like a lighter gray,
like a stone kind of.
Yeah, it would make all the actual symbols and stuff pop with like a lighter gray.
I would have to take the stickers off.
Are there stickers? Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't know there were stickers. You're screwed, Eric. Well, you should have done that first.
Right. There's a big sticker in the center, which tells you which gears they are. And at least on the big wheel, there's 2 stickers on both ends. Or maybe there's 4. Kind of forget right now. But it tells you, like, you know, the end of the year.
Man, I wonder if you can get replacement stickers because... Well, nice. I don't know. I guess you could, if they're glossy enough, you could probably wipe the paint off of it real quick.
Maybe.
It would be bad. It'd be bad testing.
Right.
I wouldn't want to try that. But either way, if you paint it like a dark and then just brush the highlights silver or like a lighter gray, you wouldn't have to do like all these people online where they're painting it like 26 different colors.
Which looks really awesome. But yeah, I bet it does take a little bit of time.
It takes a lot of time, but it would have no effort. You could literally do this in 15 minutes. Because you haven't dry brushed, right? I don't think so.
No, not really. No.
If you're not familiar with it or the listeners aren't, basically, say you've got a bumpy surface and you paint it a dark color, like solid dark color.
Like a black.
Yeah. And then like take a stone basically, paint it black, and then take a brush that has really loose bristles, like a bunch of them.
Like an old bristle.
Like old bristles, like it's just like really it's not stiff at all.
Right.
Dip it in paint barely, and then wipe it off on a napkin over and over and over. Just keep swiping on it until it's a powder. And then you're like a archaeologist and you're like brushing the stone really light. So it's just, you have to go over it like 150 times before the paint actually sticks.
Right.
And it just catches all the upper areas and it leaves all the recesses the dark color. And it just looks like you're an amazing painter, but it took nothing to do.
Kind of blending these colors in.
Yeah, I mean, you could dry brush your way to
victory.
To being an awesome painter.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's awesome. It looks really good. If you combine it with other methods, it even looks better. But for this purpose, just dry brushing that, it'll look great. So, anyway, enough on the Tzolk'in thing. My number one is the Heroscape tiles.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It is phenomenal. Being a very Final Fantasy Tactics style guy, it's nice to see all these interlocking, and you haven't played this yet, right?
No, I mean, I've seen it. I've been around it.
So much of it. Why?
But we have never actually played the game.
Yeah, that's fair. I played it a ton, but
I know there's all kinds of different tiles as well. I didn't know if there's any reason to have, I know there's water tiles, but I think there's like mountain tiles and like plains.
There's rules for some of them, but not all of them. So there's grass and there's mountain rocks and there's like this light tan kind of roadish color. You have to play scenarios that point those out, but otherwise they're just effectively open terrain.
Open ground.
Yeah. It's all the tiles are half the size, like the water and the lava tiles and the swamp tiles. Those have actual rules to them. But otherwise you just build them up and like, it's got this really sweet idea that you stack the tiles up and that's like a level of height.
Right.
And so if you want to move from hex to hex, it's one space. But if you want to move hex to another hex that's a different elevation, you count the amount of hexes it's up. And that's how many spaces of movement. So if you're climbing up a 4 high spot, it costs you 4 spaces to move up there.
You know, climb it.
Yeah, because you got to climb it. Right. So, and then if it's too high, because each character has like an actual height number on their card, if it's higher than your height, you can't climb it. So the idea, yeah, because if you're short, you can't get up really tall, and people have wings and they can just circumvent all of it. But it's really cool. It looks awesome. On top of that, there's a whole like castle system that you can build. This game looks phenomenal. It's incredibly annoying to get out and build a map. But once you build a map, it's awesome. It's such a cool looking thing. I mean, you've been to Gen Con and seen boards set up, and it's oh, God, I want to play that. A lot of times, I wouldn't
mind trying it out.
Yeah, man, I would probably end up picking more of this up because I did not have like much from the last couple waves. It was really expensive for the longest time, and now I think it's kind of came down. Some of them are still expensive, but some of them are really easy to get a hold of.
Are they? Okay. Yeah, I knew a lot of them were going for some premium money.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Yeah, that's it for our top 5 favorite board game components. Eric, you do have your other list if you want to run through that. Is there any specific games in there, or is it just top 5 general components?
Oh, general components. I kind of reused some of them, but
what are they? Just blast through them real quick.
Number 5 was a cube tower. Number 4 was poker chips. Number 3 was miniatures. Number 2 was wooden components, that being meeples, veggie meeples, and whatnot. Yeah. Or even, any other kind of wooden tactile wooden components. Just like a lot of wood in my game.
Make it heavy.
And then number 1 was going to be dice. just because, it gives you unexpected moments. A lot of the times, it provides some of the most memorable moments because you're like, oh man, we're going to lose. The only way we're going to win is if this roll goes off.
Yeah.
And it does. And you're like, ah. So it makes some memorable moments. And yeah.
If I had to quickly come up with my top 5 general components, it would be most likely dice is number 1. My number 2 would be miniature cards. Like the
mini cards?
The mini cards.
Mm-hmm.
I love those things, especially when they have a lot of information on it. I know that sounds really odd.
Right.
But take like games like Warhammer Quest, the adventure card game. I think that had it. No, I might not. Either way, it doesn't matter. A lot of the Fantasy Flight games that have small cards, like especially the World of Warcraft and board game and StarCraft board game,
right?
They have a ton of information on a small card, and it's just really cool because there's no artwork, so it's just a bunch of stats or symbols or whatever. I don't like it so much when it's just a card and it has +1, stuff like that. I like it when it has more information, but I love those small cards,
mini cards.
And I am straight baffled by why there are not any deck boxes. For
mini cards, right?
Why, we can make a fortune. Why are we doing this?
That's right.
So I like dice is number 1, mini cards number 2. 3 would probably be gems of some sort. I really, really like the gems in Livingston, like the chunky glass. They're not glass, but they're plastic.
Acrylic.
Yeah. Huh?
Acrylic.
Yeah. Acrylic gems. I like those a lot. Number 4 would probably be poker chips. I really like poker chips. Not as much as Matt and you. Matt's probably be poker chips as number 1. In my number 5, I don't know. I guess miniatures, but it's hard to say just miniatures because a lot of games have miniatures.
Right. Well, the better miniatures. There is some cruddy miniatures out there that, might as well have, a cardboard standee.
Yeah.
But some nice miniatures are pretty hard to pass up.
That's fair. If I had to go that route and I was including war games in miniature games or hobby miniature games, I would slide it back to dice as number 2. And my number 1 would be pewter miniatures.
Oh, you like the pewter ones?
I like metal miniatures.
All right.
I like the heft of them. Obviously, they can't be as detailed as resin. Resin's really nice, but there's something about moving around a massive warjack that's solid
so
metal.
Heavy. Yeah.
It is so awesome. Just to top it off, my really heavy models, I replaced their plastic base with pewter versions of the base.
To make it even heavier.
Yes. Typically, you put pewter bases on the plastic models to make them weighted so they stand up on hills and stuff, but nope. Pewter on pewter, metal on metal.
That's right.
It's really good. So, yeah, anyway, I guess that's a wrap, right?
Yes, it is.
Anything else? Cool.
No.
Well, cool. All right. I think it's time we wrap this episode up. We want to thank you again for tuning into episode 77 of the MeepleCore Podcast. This episode was recorded on June 27th, 2019. Please send us your questions and comments to meeplecore@gmail.com. Follow MeepleCore on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Check out our videos on youtube.com/MeepleCore. Till next time, this is Tim Jennette, the Metal Meeple.
And Eric Ledford.
And next week, or next episode, we'll have more people on here and keep on rocking and rolling dice.